In this video, we're going to talk about stem and leaf graphs. Now, they don't actually have anything to do with plants, but they are called stem and leaf. A stem and leaf plot is a way to show data without losing any of the information, but also making it easy to analyze. Although it's called a stem and leaf, we usually start by looking at the leaf. The leaf is the last digit of the number, and the stem is all the other digits in the number without the decimal point. So now let's look at making a stem and leaf plot. Here's some examples of finding the stem and the leaf. So if I have the number 573, the stem is 57 and the leaf is 3. If I have the number 15.82, the stem is 158 and the leaf is 2. And finally, if I have the number 13.0, the stem is 13 and the leaf is 0. Notice the leaf is always the last digit. Now that you understand how to find the stem and leaf, let's look at doing a stem and leaf plot. The first step is make sure they all have the same number of decimal places. Append zeros if needed. Here's some examples. If I have 3.4, 18.23, 9, 5.12, and 8.2, the 18.23 has 2 decimal places, and everything else has 2 or fewer decimal places. So we need to turn them all into numbers that have 2 decimal places. And it's 2 decimal places because that's the maximum number of decimal places. So the 3.4 turns into 3.40. The 18.23 stays the same. The 9 turns into 9.00. 5.12 stays the same. And 8.2 turns into 8.20. Now we need to separate these into stems and leaves. So here's our numbers that we had before. And now we're going to find the leaf. So the leaves are 0, 3, 0, 2, and 0, because those are the last digits of those numbers. And then the stems are 34, 182, 90, 51, and 82, because that's the rest of the numbers without the decimal point. Now, to actually make the stem and leaf plot, we write down all the stems and leaves, and we draw a vertical line. Then we start at the lowest stem number and the highest stem number, and we write all the numbers from the lowest to the highest on the left side of the line. Notice that 16 is still written even though it is not any of the stems, because we need to write all the numbers from the lowest to the highest. Next, we're going to write the leaves to the right of each stem number. So in our list, the first stem is 15, and so we write the leaf of 3 to the right of the 15. Our next number is a stem of 17 and a leaf of 7, so we write the 7 to the right of the 17. And we keep writing the leaves on the right, adding to the leaves that are already there until we've written every single leaf down. Then look at each row and put the leaves in order and rewrite it. And then finally, we put a key so we know what the numbers represent. We take the first number, 13 bar 0, and we say what that number represented. Now, it's important to have the key because 13 bar 0 could represent 1.30 in this case, or it could represent 13.0 or 0.130 or 130. There's all the different combinations that it could represent, but you have to tell your user what the numbers represent. And that's how you make a stem and leaf plot.